Julius Caesar is famously a play which is not just about its principal character. In fact, its principal character dies halfway through, but his spectre literally and metaphorically hangs over all of it. Julius Caesar is a great Shakespearean actor, David Calder, with whom I've worked several times before. Brutus is the part that everybody remembers. Brutus is Ben Whishaw, whose Hamlet, when he was a very young actor, almost straight out of RADA, at the Old Vic, is still remembered with awe because he announced himself so vividly as a great stage actor. Cassius is Michelle Fairley, who's also a very practiced Shakespearean. I remember her playing Emilia in a production of Othello, a performance which was wonderfully articulate and fiery and moving. And Mark Antony, who has maybe one of the 2 or 3 most famous speeches in all of Shakespeare, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears," is David Morrissey, a very practiced Shakespearean actor, but someone with a big screen presence also. So these are 4 extremely vivid, powerful, experienced actors. The conspiracy against Caesar involves people with varying degrees of integrity. Some, like Cassius, are personally jealous. Brutus, in many ways the most interesting and conflicted character in the play, is a product of the Roman liberal elite. What he wishes to preserve are the old Roman republican values. The conspiracy ultimately fails because the street is less convinced by the impeccable reasoning of the educated Brutus than by the appeal to the gut by Mark Antony, the, if you like, emotional appeal, the appeal that relies less on fact, less on truth. And it's not about Donald Trump or anybody or any issue in particular. It's about the disastrous consequence of an irreconcilable clash between 2 ways of looking at the organization of society. I'm afraid it's not a terribly optimistic play. The tragedy in Julius Caesar is not so much the tragedy of one man, but it is the tragedy, if you like, of the chaos that is the consequence of the people at the top not being able to sort out what it is that divides them and sort out how it is that they should make their case to the rest of the people. One of the great virtues, I hope, of this theatre is that it is completely flexible. We can present plays in any way physically that we want to. So for Julius Caesar, there'll be 500 seats, tiered, arranged around a central arena. And the rest of the audience will stand in that arena and be part of the event. So you can come to Julius Caesar in 2 different ways. You can be part of the crowd, part of the 500 that's sitting watching, or you can be part of the crowd that's in the show, that's there at Caesar's funeral, that's being pushed to either side to make way for Caesar's procession to the Senate House, that's in the streets for the civil war that erupts in the wake of Caesar's assassination. You can participate or you can watch when Ben Whishaw and David Morrissey and Michelle Fairley and David Calder walk on their way to the Senate, and you can be there in the Senate when the first 3 of them assassinates the 4th.